Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Spartan.
And I'm Pudgey.
Today we are back watching Death Note episode 6. So big things happened last episode. On Light's side of things, he completely outplayed Ray Penba, the FBI agent.
Yeah.
Had him essentially write all the names of all the FBI agents on the Death Note pages, which had already had the deaths ironed out, I think. So essentially the FBI is all dead. All the agents sent, all dead.
That is so crazy. The fact that he was smart enough to outplay someone who, you know, he thought he was outplaying Light.
He was literally 10 steps ahead. Like he could literally predict the play. It was like a chessboard. This man was playing another level.
He's going next level with all his little like experiments with this Death Note.
Really figuring out the ins and outs of it.
Yeah. I mean, even Ryuk, like I know that he knows obviously some instructions, but I think he's also surprised with how some of these things are working as well.
Well, there was one thing, I don't remember what it was. There was one thing where he was like, even I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So he's definitely figuring out things even Shinigami don't know. And the creepiest part was the end where Ray was like falling unconscious and he just saw Light right at the end.
I know.
Light was like, goodbye, Ray Penba. Like sort of smirking like evil. I was like, oh,
like the
dude.
one person that just figured it out, gone, dead.
The irony is, I'm like, dude, you've taken out people who are defending the law and peace and justice. So at what point do you not realize that you're a hypocrite now?
I know. And he literally faced his father and said, I don't know, what did he say? Something about like this person.
I'll find them and make sure they're executed if I find L.
Yeah.
If
Light.
I find Kira. Yeah. But at the same time, that's just obviously, that's not that impressive. That's just a smart ploy to deter everything off himself.
I know, but at that point, you know you're doing something bad. Or maybe he just thinks people don't understand and...
Correct. He's got a moral high ground on everyone. He thinks he's the god and they don't have any right to judge him and understand what he's doing.
Well, Ray's wife or girlfriend is on the case, and we know from Ray that she is one of the best detectives when she was in the field. So I'm also looking forward to her contribution. Hopefully she doesn't end up dead.
And we ended on the big cliffhanger, which was the 5 or so remaining members of the police force that L trusts.
I think it's 4 now because one of them left.
6, one of them left.
Okay.
Thank you, Pudgey. The 5 of them have been given L's location at a hotel or something. We saw them go and open a door, and that was it. So the question was, are they actually going to meet the real L this time? Is it going to be some stand-in again? I feel like it should be the real L at this point.
Well, every time that we see L when he's in that room, like with just the computer, that was him.
But then we also saw him in a hotel room, yeah.
Yeah. So you're saying like he could have given them like a wrong hotel room or something?
No, I'm just wondering whether we're going to see the real L or whether it's another stand-in. That's all.
Yeah, and I'm saying why would it be another stand-in? Because we're seeing the real L at the hotel room.
Yes. You've never watched any media where they show you a screen?
No, that's what I just said.
What did you say?
That's what I said, exactly that. I said, so you think Al gave them the fake hotel room?
And I'm saying I don't. I'm saying I just said it's a possibility. I don't think anything.
Oh.
I was just saying I wondered. It was more of a closing statement. Like, will we get to meet L or won't we? And you've turned into some absolute dog shit. You have thrashed it.
Oh, God. Well, on that note.
Hope you guys get the point. Thank you to everyone over on Patreon for supporting the channel. If you do want to watch 3 to 4 weeks ahead of our edited and uncut reactions, we'll leave a link in the description down below.
And if you guys are watching this over on YouTube... And if you guys are watching this over on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for more, and let us know in the comments down below what you thought of this episode.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, so it's the real him. They've met, finally.
I am Al.
This is him?
He's nothing like I thought he'd be.
To be fair, he has to be quite casual to be so smart.
If I were Kira, you'd be dead, Mr. Soichiro Yagami, chief of the NPA. Kira needs a face and a name in order to commit murder.
Also, he knows that now.
True.
Criminals whose names were never released publicly or whose names were spelled incorrectly in the media have not been targeted.
Yeah, right. So there's evidence.
Please turn off all your cell phones, handhelds, and any other communication devices and leave them on the table right there.
What do you think, we're gonna be using our cell phones during this meeting to leak information?
It's all right.
Well, who knows, to be fair.
I realize he's been cautious from the very beginning, but I still can't tell if he trusts us or not.
No, I just find them distracting. I can't stand it when people's cell phones are ringing while I'm trying to talk.
He's an interesting character.
Nobody takes notes on anything that's said in these meetings. That means when we leave headquarters, any information we need is committed to memory.
That's how I see it. Just like random positions. I feel like you have to be a little unhinged to be this on, like, all these cases.
Dude, they're sugar cubes. Look how many he's adding.
And from now on, I'll have to ask that you stop calling me L. It's Ryuzaki now, just to be safe.
Ryozaki.
Couldn't we cut down on the number of victims by keeping criminals' names from the news?
If we do that, we'll only be putting the general public at risk. Kira is childish, and he hates losing.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Well, I'm also childish, and I hate to lose. That's how I know.
Sees himself in
So
Kira.
they're similar.
He's met each of my challenges head-on, and he's never missed an opportunity to return the favor. Now, what do you think would happen if we tried to use media restrictions to hide criminals from someone like that?
He won't hide from that challenge, will he?
Choose to withhold the names of your worst criminals, I'll kill petty criminals or the innocent. I'm holding the whole world hostage, so who's it gonna be?
Yeah, that is very much light.
By hiding criminals, you are truly evil.
He really understands him.
Death of FBI agents infuriates the U.S. Latest killings anger the international policing community. Nations agree to send 1,500 investigators to Japan.
Oh, wow.
He'll see everyone as a potential threat. Psychologically,
True.
he'll start to feel cornered, and that will cause him to take some kind of drastic action.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
I'll tell you the rest of my thoughts on the Kira case. Kira works alone. He had access to all our classified information.
He kind of works alone.
He can control a victim's time of death and their actions before dying. We already know that much. Please keep that in mind and listen carefully to what I have to say next.
Oh, I'm so intrigued by what comes out of his mouth.
During this window of only 5 days, Kira became aware of the FBI's presence and obviously felt threatened. Because he didn't know any of their names or faces, he was at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
So he's narrowing
Oh
it
my
down already.
God.
How come you're not using the Death Note today? You studying for those entrance exams?
Those are the least of my worries. Plus, it's a little late to start now.
Damn, he hasn't even studied for it.
I've been most active during this period.
During this period, to the best of our knowledge,
Holy shit.
They really contrast each other's thinking.
he killed that many people so we'd be unable to tell the decoys from those who were actually used.
Oh my God.
Wow.
This is all too much almost.
Which meant there'd be no timeline linking him to their deaths. I suspect Kira had to be one of the people being investigated by the FBI between the 14th.
Oh my God. How?
Damn, he has narrowed it down big time.
Yeah, but what's Light gonna do about this? Because obviously he's backtracking on his own steps.
There weren't that many people who had access to information from headquarters, and of those, the FBI only investigated a small group in the first 5 days.
Oh no, his son's gonna be there.
Does the fact that you've shown us your face mean that you've lost? By just being here, are you admitting defeat to Kira?
No.
By showing my face to you now and by sacrificing the lives of 12 FBI agents, I have lost the battle. But I'm not gonna lose the war.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
waiting for that.
I want to show Kira that we're all willing to risk our lives if that's what it takes. And that justice will prevail no matter what.
The smile is kind of creepy.
I like the sound of that. We can do this.
All right then, let's do this, Ryazaki.
It's got their belief.
Before we go any further, I have to be absolutely sure that none of you are Kira, so I'll need to speak with each of you individually before you leave today.
How's he going to make sure of that?
Kira's been getting information from our headquarters from the very beginning, so there's a good chance that he's one of us.
Chief's right. Working this case has given us a chance to see him in person.
He's risking his life to be here.
So they finally have that respect for him too now.
Just one oversight. A single piece of evidence is all it would take. It could cost me my life. Just
Oh,
one
wow.
thing.
Oh, I love when they do that side by side.
That just one thing. And oh, can't wait.
And
She is that just one thing.
Maybe.
She was the oversight. I reckon anyways.
I haven't missed anything. The biggest risk I've taken so far was that bus jacking incident. But they'll never be able to connect it with Kira.
I think they will.
Your father's been pulling overnighters with no change of clothes, so you're going to bring these to him.
But, Mom, I totally promised my friends that I'd go out with them today.
Why don't I go?
Why don't you go, huh?
Bringing his
you're
book with
bringing
him.
a page, planning to kill someone.
Just one page.
That same day, 4 people died of heart attacks in the Shinjuku area. And there was the bus jacking.
She's great. She honestly is great.
Elle and Hirsch would team up.
Oh, yeah. Then they'd be a force to be reckoned with.
That's it. Kira can kill in other ways. It doesn't have to be a heart attack.
She figured it out
already. Even Elle hasn't.
That's unusual for Dad. I wonder if he's in a meeting right now.
Yeah, he's probably with Elle right now.
Please. I need to speak directly with someone from the Special Investigation Task Force.
Oh, no.
The timing.
Can you contact them somehow? I have information relating to the Kira investigation.
Oh my god, the timing, dude.
Seriously?
I brought my father a change of clothes, but it doesn't look like he's in. Can I leave them here?
Sure. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while, Light.
Oh, I'm sorry.
For good reason.
You helped solve the insurance fraud murder investigation sometime last year.
Really? Wow.
Okay. Shit.
I just need to sign my name on this form, right?
So, Light, does this mean you're going to be helping us with the Kira investigation too?
Sure. If all goes well, maybe I'll find Kira before Elle does.
Oh my god.
As I thought, there's no one at headquarters. You're going to have to trust me on this, ma'am. I'll be sure to give them your message as soon as I see them, I promise.
Her ears perked up though.
A number of FBI agents were just killed, and a lot of detectives have quit the case because they're afraid of Kira.
Oh my god, this guy. Such a snake.
It's practically common knowledge at this point. Besides, I feel like I can trust her. You can almost see it in her eyes.
Yeah, of course you can trust her because she's got information you need.
And you must have figured out that the police had a leak of some kind. And that's why you wanted to tell them in person. You thought this through. Well, am I right?
Winning her trust, but damn, dude.
You sure that's all right?
Oh, yeah. You understand why I can't just give you my father's cell phone number, but I have no problem letting you use my phone to talk to him.
I don't know, I feel like she might be sus.
So according to you, is Kira some... we've been talking and I just realized I don't even know your name. My name is Light Yagami.
Oh my
No,
god.
don't say your name.
My name's Shoko Maki. It's written with the characters for Shining. Ko as in child, space, and Ki as in tree.
Miss Maki, right?
No, no. I'm hoping that's a fake name.
So am I. 'Cause she seems too smart.
If my analysis so far is correct, Kira can kill in a number of ways, not just with a heart attack.
Okay, let's hope she used a fake
She
name.
knows? Who is this woman?
She's impressive, isn't she?
So what you're saying is anytime Kira wants one of his murders to go undetected, he wouldn't use a heart attack.
Right. I'm almost positive that someone I know may have met Kira.
Oh, he doesn't know the connection.
I'm sorry, but if a person came in saying they'd met Kira, the police would be more than a little skeptical, to say the least.
Well, she's met Kira.
Wouldn't it be better if your friend spoke to them instead?
It probably would, but he's no longer alive.
Yeah, you killed him.
Agents who came to Japan to investigate Kira.
An FBI agent who met Kira. Could it be?
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah.
While he was working, he got caught up in a bus jacking, and I have reason to believe that he met Kira on that bus.
Ray Penber.
Yep, you met your match.
Poor Ray, dude. Feel sorry for him.
The same man had attempted to rob a bank 2 days before he hijacked that bus. Then he dies in an accident, just like that. I mean, really, what are the odds?
I know. Far out.
I don't like that look.
Please say it was a fake name. Please say it was a fake name.
What stands out to me is that the hijacker died in an accident. In other words, it suggests that heart attacks aren't the only way Kira can kill people.
I mean, I like it, but you're sharing all this information with the wrong person.
Look at that scene.
I asked him for details. He didn't mention any names or anything like that, but he told me one thing.
What did he say?
That he'd been put in a situation where he had to show his FBI ID to someone.
Oh.
Shit. Does she know who it was?
Yes.
He wasn't allowed to show his ID. I think whoever saw his ID that day is responsible for the deaths of all the agents.
Oh, shit.
That's a big loophole.
She figured it out. This must be the oversight Light was worried about.
We're literally Ryuk.
Your theory is worth looking into, that's for sure. Your testimony could be central to the case.
It could.
But you'll be dead before you know it.
Person your fiancé showed his ID to on the bus that day, it had to be Kira.
He plays a dangerous game.
He likes walking that fine line, doesn't he?
This woman, if she'd spoken to the police before I met her. But it seems there's a god on my side after all.
Look at the way he's looking at it.
It's a creepy look, dude.
Why did their hair turn like blue and red?
I think just as an anime way of separating the two.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
That was it. Holy shit.
All right, so Ray Penber's missus, can't remember her name, and we're not even sure if it was her real name, but
Yeah, I'm hoping it is a fake name.
if she's deduced this much, surely she had thought of that much. Keep the name sacred. But my point is, she is a weapon. She has great deductive skills.
Yeah.
She's right onto it.
She's pudgy.
Now, whether she can get this... Probably not. Now, whether she can get this information to, hopefully, Elle, is going to depend on whether she gave Light her real name or not.
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
I just have this feeling that she didn't give the real name. Because why, just like Al said, be careful who you give your name out to. And if she is deduced all the information that Al has and more, surely she's come to the same conclusion. And I do have faith in her. Like Ray did say that she is one of the best detectives.
Even though there were two other big giveaways for me that suggest that is one, she emphasized that she knew Ray showed his ID, so she's aware of that risk.
Yeah.
And then B, just the fact that it ended on a cliffhanger. It Light could have just killed her then and there. Why prolong her into being into this?
Yeah, that's true.
Into this show if she was just gonna die straight away. So yeah, that's where I feel like there could be more use to her.
I felt like there was a lot in this episode. Like there was a lot to soak in, especially like the first half where they were really contrasting Light and Elle. I thought that was quite interesting.
It is a fine line. I try and keep reaction-wise, it's a fine line because I don't want to talk over too many important things.
Yeah.
You talk over a fair bit of important things. I try to so I want to share my thoughts, but at the same time, I don't want to miss important bits. So I'm trying to find that sweet spot because there's a lot of dialogue-heavy moments
In this show,
that's
yeah.
explained. And when you've got a really squeaky voice like Pudgey next to your ear, barking it, you try to listen and understand what the hell's going on. It's challenging, but we're getting there.
Oh my god!
And before you guys ask, I would love to have closed captions on. Unfortunately, my issue with closed captions is that they're not timed well, especially for older shows. We tested it out on the early episodes, where when a sentence has something and there's a pause to it, the closed caption has the whole thing. So we then react to the cliffhanger sentence before it's actually been said, and it just gets messy. So we'll see, but I'm trying to avoid closed captions for now.
When we're talking, we can still hear though, because
Yes.
Yeah.
Our earphones have a ambience mode, so I've got the volume loud. I can hear her. So for the most part, I'm just there's an odd occasion where Pudgy's a bit of chatterbox.
Well, I just feel like overall, Al is quite intriguing because, you know, everyone's like, oh, he's not what I expected. But for me, he almost is what I expected, in the sense of you do need to be a little bit unhinged, and you need to just like not care so much about the details on yourself, so you can focus on the details like outwardly. So he is that kind of like edgy person. His brain's running a million miles per hour. But what's interesting is he speaks so like articulately, like he's so calculated, and he takes his time. So
Yeah, looks wise, when you think of a really good detective,
Yeah.
you imagine maybe a bit of a fitter cop, you know, I don't know, you can imagine someone, but then when you hear him speak and think and the way he deduces things,
Yeah.
then I'm sort of like, okay, yeah, like you can tell this guy's something else. So he's
that feet thing, I swear, probably makes him like help him think or something.
probably...
He's like
and
rubbing
he-
his feet.
And he put about 8 squares of sugar in his bloody
I know,
coffee.
I know.
So he's a pudgy.
No.
I mean, you like your sugar, you don't do that, but you don't mind a treat or 2 or 50.
Oh, neither do you.
Pretty good. I am enjoying the way they're contrasting Light and Elle's thought
Yeah.
process, and the way that they're just 2 different sides of the same coin. One's hunting, other one's trying to avoid being hunted.
Yes.
But they're both coming to similar ways of thinking, just on the opposite sides, and it's interesting to see. It's almost like a race against time. Who's going to outthink who?
Well, that's the thing. It's their brains are pretty similar, and there's gonna have to be one differentiation, right?
Well, Elle even said we're both immature. We both hate
Yeah.
to lose.
But that's what I mean. What's going to be that thing that splits them apart? Because that's going to be what the other person has an edge over. Even Ryuk was shocked. Like, he was just like, oh, damn. Like, Ray's partner has figured it out. And
He was impressed, yeah.
yeah. So, unfortunately for, I guess, everyone else in L, is that other than L, Light knows who everyone is. Like, he knows that his father's investigating. He'll probably know who's on the team, and roughly anyways. And he, just like we saw taking the clothes, he finds out sort of bits of information. Whereas L really only can go off what Light does, his behaviors.
Yes, for now. But Elle has narrowed it down to a potential suspect list.
Yeah.
Which Light will most likely fall in.
Yeah.
So we'll see how close he can get. But if they start to get eyes on the suspects more closely, it's going to get even harder for Light to be able to, you know, kill freely and work freely.
Well, didn't they say there was only 14 people that they were investigating? Or was it?
I don't remember, but he narrowed it down to 5 days with the suspects.
Yeah.
You know, he knows who they were investigating. He can narrow it down to that time period.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think they're getting pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
We hope you enjoyed our reaction to this episode. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe for more, and let us know in the comments down below what you thought of this episode. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you guys on our next reaction.
See you guys.